Good morning, welcome to Adu and the Guru on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. Special occasion, special show. And it's time for us to get right on with it. Good morning to you, Guru, sir.
Good morning, Adu. How are you doing?
It's your birthday today.
Yes.
It's special.
It's our birthday.
It's our birthday.
3 years on the journey.
3 years on the journey.
So, good morning, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. You are welcome. I have distinguished guests in the house. I am standing everything out for now for a few minutes because there is a monumental change to the arrangement as formerly put on ground. But to the glory of God Almighty, I have with me here in the studio as I speak to you, Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello, I would never remove the newly appointed Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University. Professor, you are welcome.
Good morning, Guru, and all the listeners.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be with you.
Thank you.
And I profusely apologize that I'll just be here for just a few minutes.
That's still our secret. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm here to apologize to all our members and all these listeners here of this program, because last night I got a message that I should be at a particular venue and to be at 10 o'clock from Mr. Governor. So that's why, fortunately, I'll be leaving very soon. So I'm really very, very sorry, but I will definitely come back. I'll reschedule with the Guru. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. The cat is now let out of the bag already. I have with me also in the studio Professor Joseph Abugu, a senior advocate of Nigeria, a professor of commercial law. Am I right, Prof?
Yes, you are.
A professor of commercial law from the University of Lagos. Not Lagos State University, but University of Lagos. You got your PhD?
Yes, my master's and PhD from the University of Lagos.
Aha.
And I worked there for over 25 years.
Okay, so that is your properly defined brother, therefore.
Yes, definitely.
So, Professor Abugu, would you say hello to the people?
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, listeners. Adu.
Good morning.
And Guru, good morning.
God bless you, sir.
And my VC, thanks and welcome to the studio.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Now, Professor Abugu is not new to us. He has always been. But the most gratifying thing about the discussion this morning was that when I knew very, very late that Professor Olatunji Bello would be having less than, he was not supposed to have even a second with me. Because the salary people, they say they are coming to Lagos for Lagos to present because they are proposing things now, we need them in Nigeria as they need us. So the governor just instructed, don't forget the governor of Lagos State is a visitor, instructed that she should be there to address the people. And of course, every protocol must be respected. She must be on seat before the arrival of the governor.
That's right.
And the governor shall be arriving there by 10 o'clock in the morning. So we now managed a way out. And the way out was, okay, madam, you will come to the studio. You will say hello to the people, introduce yourself, and not much discussion. Then we go to the balcony for the banner of the group that... Friends of the Guru. We take photograph, then I will see her off. Then we shall return back to the studio to do what we know how to do here most. And by that time, we shall be joined by Adeboyega, who represents a sector of the Nigerian people, then Chinyere Elisha, who shall be representing a sector of the Nigerian people, and Daladi from Bauchi. Daladi had been here. Daladi was in this studio 6:30 this morning, because on arriving yesterday from Bauchi, of course, he got a call that he will be meeting with the governor for your state. So he came here by 6:30 and he left. He's either in Ibadan now or he's way to Ibadan. So this is it. So Madam, you had promised the people that you would come back.
Yes, okay. Definitely.
At a date
that we will both agree.
I will send me to them.
Yes.
And people, as a faithful messenger, I will deliver the message to you. But this is not going to be too much of a delay. Adu.
Yes, sir.
I think at this point, because the time is running, can we just go to the balcony?
Oh, yes.
Get that photograph done. Then, madam, I will see you off to your car.
All right.
There you go. We are waiting for you. You will miss our cake today.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you very, very much. 3 years anniversary of the Guru at the Ado on Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. So we shall be back.
Welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed the music whilst we escorted one of our guests out of the studios. Guru, good to be back and happy birthday once again.
Thank you very, very much. Once again, you heard it all. I had to see the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University off because she must keep an appointment and she must be seated before our governor arrives at that place. Thank you for the short break. Now, in the studio with me now also remains Professor Joseph Abugu, Professor of Commercial Law, University of Lagos, not Lagos State University, University of Lagos, and the Senior Advocate of Nigeria. In the studio also with me here is the Honorable, my son, Adegboyega Adedeji. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
I'm asking him, am I right? Because he has been my son for the past 3 years.
And we are meeting for the first time today.
We are meeting for the first time. We are meeting today. He has been my son on air.
Yes.
He's one of my addicted follower.
Yes, sir.
Listener. And the event we are launching today, Friends of the Guru, he suggested it.
Wonderful.
So we shall give him time to talk about that. But for the time being, you are welcome, Adegboyega.
That is a great honor to be here.
My son, is really nice
In
having
fact,
you.
it's a rare honor. I don't think I could be in favor like this.
What a privilege.
It's a big privilege, Daddy.
I have a son I never met. And his name is grown up already.
And I do. That happened to be my birthday month mate. Because I was born, my own was on the 25th.
Of September?
September.
Really?
And his own is on the 26th.
Oh. Incredible.
But the year is what I don't know. That is a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And I hope you brought some refreshments for the boys.
And this will not be my last time of coming here. I can assure you.
That tells you he brought nothing. Even on the day of your birthday, while I was celebrating you, I played that music.
Yes.
And he complained. He said, hope the same music will
Daddy,
be
I was jealous. So.
Okay.
I was jealous.
Then I now answer him that now that you have paid for the advert.
We'll send you invoice.
Wow.
Okay. Now, let us strictly move because time is not in our favor and nothing is. The only enemy we have here is time always.
Yes.
We have a historical perspective, only two to run across today. The first one I picked from comments of one of these classical writers that Nigerians have, and we are never short of them. Dele Momodu, the publisher of Ovation. Dele Momodu happened to be somebody who is privileged to be friendly to all top citizens of the world, including the late wife of Leslie Mandela. What's her name? That beautiful woman. What's her name? Leslie Mandela's wife. Nobody could remember.
Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela.
Yes. Winnie Mandela.
She's very, 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 very close to Dele Momodu. Dele Momodu dines with the big and low. In one of his publications, he urged Nigerians, mostly the youths, that until they come out to join the political parties or enforce their rights of bringing into being a political party that will be able to dislodge the traditional two demonic-like political parties in Nigeria. We are talking of the People Democratic Party and the APC, the All People, what you call it?
All Progressives.
All Progressives. All Progressives, not Progressives. Right. And he mentioned this, which I consider as very, very authentic for historical perspectives. Please listen to what he said. I know the standard response is the two political parties are pathologically corrupt and I can't join them. This is what you are most likely to hear from Nigeria youth, the vibrant Nigeria youth. But is that a solution? The two political parties, they are too corrupt. I can't join them. The remaining ones, they are not money bag. They cannot, because a poor man cannot go into elections. Everywhere in the world, election can be very, very costly. If you are even paying just 1,000 naira to an agent, in every booth, every polling booth, even if it's only one booth in a local government, you have 774,000 local government. If you are paying 1,000 naira for just only one agent, summon it up, 774,000 local polling booths. How much would they give to you? So it is not. We need money to run it, whatever it is. Then, if your answer is that the two political parties are pathologically corrupt and I can't join them, you missed it. Because democracy is about majority and minority, and not about saints and sinners. Politics is a game of numbers, and no candidate will invite angels from heaven to vote. And I have always said it, and I'll be quoted very, very widely by saying that in the classroom of politics, angels are never students.
You said so.
If you access a classroom and they tell you what they are teaching here is politics, then by accident you cite one or two angels, you know the person told you lies. Because in the classroom of politics, angels are never students. So what is to be happen? What should be done now? Dele Momodu concluded that the younger ones, I hope I'm talking to somebody.
Yes, sir.
Should jettison that language that the two political parties are pathologically corrupt and they are one of the same, so I can't join them. Where would you be to change the status quo ante? Because these people, they have bought you over, they have got you enough money to keep themselves perpetually in that running box and bring their children who are molded after them. They see the status quo ante as a winning team, and no good coach change a winning team in football. That is one. Two, I may not be able to go through it because of time, but I want to reveal to Nigeria that Kaduna, in Kaduna State, so let us put it this way, both Kaduna town and Kaduna State, every Nigeria has a stake in that place. So we all should try our best to return that place back to Nigeria. Or as we should retain it as property of Nigerians. If you know the investment, it is only Kaduna State that you have 50 higher institutions of learning in the whole country. 50 concentrated. Among the Bello University is there, Kaduna State University is there, Greenfield University is there, Kaduna Polytechnic is there, National Open University of Kaduna, Kaduna Study Center, Nigeria College of Aviation Technology, Paladin Zaria, Nigeria Defense Academy, NDA, Nuhu, Bemali Polytechnic, Air Force Institute of Technology, Mando Kaduna, Amia Shehu Idris College of Advanced Studies, Zaria College of Education, Gidawaya, Kafancha, Federal College of Education, Zaria, Federal Training Center, Malani, Kaduna, National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism, Kaduna, National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, Nigeria Institute for Trypanosomeresis Research, Kaduna, Nigeria Institute of Transport Technology, Paradise Zaria, School of Midwifery, Kamfansha, Shehu Idris College of Health, Science and Technology, McAfee School of Midwifery, Kaduna, Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Kaduna, Division of Agricultural Colleges, Zaria, Institute of Agricultural Research, Zaria, College of Agric and Animal Science, Kaduna, National Research Institute for Chemical Technology, Basa, Zaria, Nigeria Institute of Leader and Science Technology, Samaru, Zaria, Nigeria Army School of Military Police, Basawa, Zaria, Nigeria Military School, Zaria, Military Training Center, Parade Ground, Mando, Kaduna, Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, Nigeria Military Training School, Kaduna, Federal Cooperative College, Kaduna, Federal School of Statistics, Kaduna, Institute of Certified Geographers of Nigeria, Kaduna, Nigeria Army School of Legal Services, Basa, Nasarawa Zaria, City College of Health Science and Technology Zaria, Elite International School of Health Science Zaria, Northern International Health Academy Zaria, St. Francis of Assisi Theological College Zaria, Beijing College of Health Science and Technology Kaduna, Amer College of Health Science and Technology Kaduna, Mao College of Health Science and Technology Kaduna, Nigeria School of Veterinary Cashier, Nigeria Navy School of Armament Cashier, Institute of Petroleum Resources Gachika, Depot, Nigeria Army PT School, Zaria, Kaduna, National Board for Islamic and Arabic Studies, National Animal Production Research Institute, Shika, Zaria, Prison Training School, Kaduna, National Agricultural Extension and Research, Niacin Services, Samaru, Zaria. Many may follow. This is 50 counted. Meaning, Nigeria, we have too much investment there. So if we have people that want to make an enclave of an entity or enclave of a nationality, all of us should say no to it, because every investment that belongs to all Nigerians from the 36 states inclusive of the Federal Capital Territory. So we owe it a responsibility to keep them alive. Okay, I think this is enough for historical perspective for the day. Now, coming in to join us for the purposes of launching of the Friends of the Guru will be Mrs. Chinyere Elisha. She arrived since yesterday, but she just told me now that I think she has the habit of leaving home late, because nobody should say I'm late on the road. You're late leaving home. All right, that is number one. Then number two, Dan Ladi was to be here with us to represent us, but because he had a call to meet with somebody in Ibadan, and the call is very, very clear, he made his way to this studio this morning by 6:30 here.
Wow.
And he came here, he shook hands with me, he told me how painful it would be on him that he will be in Ibadan. But as we are talking now, he's gone online to follow us. So Dan Ladi, we appreciate you. And Dan Ladi had launched Friends of the Guru project. Wow. I will not say how much. These people will tell you what Friends of the Guru mean later on as we progress. But sir, and let me quickly announce it. The questions today or the call in we may not take more than 3 or 4. The WhatsApp messages we may not take more than 5. And thank God, one of the removers of WhatsApp messages is Adedeji, who is now in the studio. So minus his comment.
I'm not going to make any comment today.
And anyway, if I am forgetting this, I need to be reminded. Adu is my junior brother. We have the same gene. Being a man from minority, like I said, from minority, Adu will be representing the interests of the minority in launching of Friends of the Guru. Though they will tell us what the Friends of the Guru are. But for the time being, Adu, we have only 2 issues here. Nigeria, you haven't got it there.
No.
Nigeria governor governing state from London. We need to talk about that. Then 2023 electronic voting transmission of results, way to go, Jonathan. I think he even said it's the only way to go. Who is afraid of that? No other person will be properly positioned for now to discuss that topic with us than the erudite, the scholarly fitting, scholarly representative, the ebullient chief of the Uwe Kingdom. Am I right?
You are right.
The Olorogu Abowuruwuru Adokwara de Bugi Ikeberide Hari Aduviekeya Ajuju Kopia
Yo.
Mebarowo.
And those are all his titles.
They are his titles.
Wow.
And what I just did in
Prof.
bringing his titles out.
Guru has gone international.
I tell you. No, I was just going to ask him, I said, Prof, with this kind of title, sir, as you're going, I'll just carry a briefcase for you. Perhaps something can... No,
man, that something will jump into the bag, from the bag into your pocket. And why really not his titles? You know what I did? I moved from the physical to the
spiritual.
To the metaphysical.
Just to inspire him now.
Yes, because the only God hears all languages.
Yes.
But the only spoken language of God is the Yoruba language. I repeat, God hears all languages, but the only spoken language of God is the Yoruba language. So I went there. In fact, you need to see the atmosphere, the heavens as they open up as I was reading out those things. And you need to see the angels dancing.
Yes, and Guru knows that when he reads out those titles, I get excited.
Can you bring your fat? The only language that God understood was what?
We'll have to.
I didn't say understood.
What?
He hears all languages. He created all of them. But the only spoken language of God is the Yoruba language. You will contest that against me another day.
Okay.
Not here.
Okay.
Because I'm the writer of this program. I ever Sir, Prof. Nigeria governor governing state from London. What's the name of the governor of Ogun State? Adegboyega. I know it's not your state, but can't you help me? Huh?
Is it not?
All right, Abiodun.
Abiodun, yes.
Governor Abiodun. Governor Dapo
Abiodun, yes.
His deputy, the deputy governor name is Noamot Salako Oyedele. And the speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly's name is Olakule Oluomo. Sorry, Oluomo. Olakule Oluomo is different from our Lagos for Oluomo.
Yes.
So please don't take it as sin. In hierarchy of authority, politically speaking, the governor is number 1 as always. The deputy governor is number 2. The speaker house of our assembly is number 3. If the governor is traveling, it is initiated and sustained by the constitution that if he stays for more than a number of days, he needs to transmit power to the deputy. If it's not to the deputy, he could transmit it to the speaker. But that is not necessarily how this game plays itself out in Nigeria. Many years ago, I remember where Bola Tinubu was to travel out of Lagos and out of Nigeria. The deputy governor there was Madam. What's the name of the Madam? Okay, nobody's helping me. And today, it's my brain failing me. It will never fail me. Madam Bokno. You are not helping me on time. It is after I must have. Bokno was the deputy governor, but Ahmed Bola Tinubu transmitted power to his commissioner for information and strategy, Dele Alaki. So now, Dapo Abiodun, governor of Ogun State, his deputy, Namo Salako Oyedele, and the speaker, Olakule Oluomo, they are outside Nigeria for the past 1 week or 1.5 weeks. Sir, Prof, is this normal or abnormal? What's the position of the law?
Well, Guru, you see, there is a difference between the letters of the Constitution and the spirit of the Constitution. In entrenched democracies, beyond the letters of the Constitution,
yes, sir,
the spirit provides a framework of conventions.
Okay, sir.
Of what should be done. The standard being moral precepts.
Moral precepts.
Of what is right.
Okay.
In this circumstance.
Okay.
Now, relate this to the provisions of the 1999 Constitution with respect to governors.
Yes, sir.
Being away.
Yes, sir.
Out of the state jurisdiction. Section 190 simply provides that if the governor is going on vacation,
yes,
or is otherwise incapable
of performing,
of discharging the functions of his office.
Okay, sir.
It is in those two circumstances, under Section 190, that the governor is mandatorily required, to transmit an instrument of authority declaring this fact to the State House of Assembly.
Okay.
Now, those are the letters of the Constitution. So if you look at the letters of the Constitution,
yes, sir.
So the first question you ask, when does a governor go on vacation?
Okay. When does a governor go?
Exactly. You see, now, Vacation, as we understand it, is supposed to be a period of absence from office, a period of rest, where that individual personality will not be engaged in official responsibilities.
Okay.
Now, do our governors go on vacation, Guru?
You have to help me out, sir.
You see, so if you follow the letters of the Constitution, if a governor travels with Mr. President
Yes, sir.
to attend the United Nations General Assembly, it's not on vacation.
It's still on official duty.
It's an official duty.
Okay.
Even if he spends 1 month, holding meetings and dining with world powers, in New York, is on official
Visiting the sisters or the brothers or whoever.
If the governor travels out of jurisdiction to the United Kingdom or to China, and he says he's on a trade mission or an investment mission,
it's not on vacation.
It's not on vacation. Okay? So that you then find that, trips ordinarily, if you follow the spirit of the Constitution, if a governor is going to be away for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, one would naturally expect that not being on ground,
Yes.
he will not be able to have his fingers on the various callings of state. One would then expect that in the spirit of the Constitution,
somebody
he should be able to, transmit an instrument to the State House of Assembly, so that somebody else, the deputy governor,
can run
the daily affairs. It doesn't stop the deputy governor from consulting with him from time to time, but for somebody on ground to take decisions, readily, you need to transmit that instrument. But because of the Nigerian factor, governors would rather say, look, I'm not incapable of performing the duties of my office, even if I'm in New York. So they would rather not transmit the requisite instrument to the State House of Assembly.
Is that normal or abnormal?
So you see, it's trying to be clever by half. Within the letters of the Constitution, okay, so long as he still has an effective control via communication and all of that with all the functionaries of state government, and is working and is telling you he's hale and hearty and capable of discharging the functions of his office, he need not transmit an instrument.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But by the spirit of the Constitution,
yes, sir,
whenever he's away, there should be somebody on ground to be able to hold the reins of government.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. This reminds me of one governor and one president. I remember the Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Minister of Justice, once justified why Yar'Adua was in Saudi Arabia and they were moving files.
Yes.
He said the president of Nigeria, whichever place he is, he can rule Nigeria. Function from. Then I remember one governor, I am not mentioning the name of the governor, who traveled overseas and he returned back. While the journey was on, he flew in 3 times, saying that he forgot a particular file. I became curious. Then I went to ask others the meaning of that flight. Then those ones just told me, Uncle Godi, our brother wants to collect because each time a governor flies out of Nigeria, then I wouldn't know the amount now. He's entitled to $60,000. Each time he comes back to take the file, it's regarded as a new trip. So he's taking the $60,000. Can we say, therefore, Boyega, you are not a lawyer, but I want you to answer this. Less than 2 minutes. Can we say, therefore, that the Nigeria Constitution as it is today, amended as it is today, came moribund, born morbid, and is moribund?
Daddy, for me, where I stand in all this is this. The Constitution, there is illegality about that Constitution. It's a decree that we need to change. That is why For me, I'm tired of this 4 years of election.
Boyega, don't go into that your perspective.
Okay, sir.
I warned you before we came on air that
Daddy, if
if
a governor,
there is a problem with the constitution.
there is a problem,
Okay.
a fundamental problem about that constitution that must be attended to.
Yeah, okay.
It must be changed.
Thank you very much.
You see, but Guru, you see, a constitution basically sets out the framework of governance.
Okay.
And it will be inconceivable to see a constitution that addresses every nuance of political development in a country.
Okay.
It can't be that detailed.
Okay.
So that is why in established democracies,
Yes, sir.
around what I call the letters of the constitution, there are conventions
Okay.
of what should be a proper
Way.
of following the provisions of the constitution.
Of the constitution.
You see? So what is happening now is the Nigerian factor, how we abuse, we look for, loopholes, within the letters of the constitution. And there are bound to be loopholes. There are bound to be areas, what we lawyers call lacunae, gaps.
Lacunae.
Gaps.
Is that what I call lacuna? But you call it lacunae.
Well, that's
Yes,
the difference
it is
between
Latin,
No, I understand.
You pronounced it as an Urobo man.
Yeah, I pronounce it as lacuna. But it's lacuna. That's how Bolage would have even pronounced it. The late Bolage.
Yeah.
The Cicero from... what's the name of his village?
Sauke.
Yeah.
SRK.
After Elisha there.
In Osho State.
So these are just abuses of the letters of the Constitution. That's simply what it is.
Adu, what's your opinion?
On the
I
Constitution.
give you 2 minutes.
Well, the Constitution for me was not well thought out in terms of the development of a country. It may have sufficed for a transition of power, but for the next 50 years of what Nigeria would be, it didn't take into consideration a lot of things.
But
So,
don't forget,
like-
the professor has just said that.
There is lacunae. Appearing to be too many. Of course, it will be modified as time changes, season changes. Of course, the internet comes up, AI comes up. But considering that we're just 20 years down the line, and we're having so many gaps.
All right. I think all of us are agreeing with the late FRA, Frederick Rotimi Williams, who was the first person to go public against the 99 Constitution as amended.
Yes.
He said it is nothing but a big fraud because the preamble of the Constitution says, we, people of Nigeria, and at no time. And I agree with the old man who said that 18 something doing khaki boys with only one civilian sat down and drew that paper for us. He said, as long as the statement opening the Constitution, which is the preamble, is fraudulently phrased, the Constitution becomes big fraud. He was the first person to go public on these premises. I think even in his grave, I respect him for observing that. We people of Nigeria, when did we people of Nigeria meet? Abubakar Salam with 70 other colleagues in Kaki, the something taking boys, as it was said.
You have to watch the YouTube video to see that.
Oh yes, please go to the YouTube video.
I saw the video.
What is happening? It's a big fraud, and this is what the current legislators, our dealers parading themselves as leaders, wants to sustain. It brings us to the second question. We had lawmakers that wouldn't know the difference of the Constitution and take in of the Constitution. The Constitution named a body called Independent National
Electoral Commission.
Electoral Commission. The independent, they must be taken absolutely by the words of the letter. But we have lawmakers. 109 in the red chamber. The place is becoming too red, as if it's going to catch fire very soon. And the green chamber is becoming darker. And now agreeing, no, I will not hold the green chamber most on this. I will hold the red chamber. That the authority of conducting what the Constitution gives to INEC absolutely should not be subjective and submissive to supervision of NCC, National Communication Commission. But so for them to decide that we can do electronic here, we cannot do it here. And they fraudulently again, like the same Constitution, brought in NCC to the chamber. NCC, please tell us, can we do it? Do you have network services all Nigeria that can encourage this? NCC arranged agenda, precoitus interruptus. Let me use that language. I may not be following the professor to his Latin cocoon, but precoitus interruptus. The NCC that told Nigeria only 48 days before they came to the National Assembly that 75% of the whole country have been covered by network. Now said, no, we cannot, because it's 48% coverage, not even yet to 50%. At the same time, a week after that, they are launching deploying of 5G. And now, the red chamber, the senior lawmakers, these are people that the revenue commission gave 700,000 naira salary per month, but every month they go away with 33 million naira. They now said, subject to that, we cannot transmit. So now the question is this, sir. Again, it is coming. Every question today, the two questions are for you, sir. 2023 electronic voting transmission of results, way to go. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan, former president. And let me bring out a few of the things that he mentioned in tackling this issue. Just a moment. Jonathan, who stated this while delivering the inaugural lecture of COSTATI, National Defense College, titled Human Security and National Development, the whole society approach, said, if we as a nation truly desire to secure the credibility and integrity of our elections, if we truly desire to deepen the roots of democracy in our land, we should not seek to reverse the progress already recorded by INEC in the application of modern tools in the conduct of elections, but aim to improve the processes in the light of new technology. I think it is difficult, therefore, to understand why the argument against the possibility of electronic transmission of election results continues to subsist, despite all the advancement made in information and communication technology over the years. There is no doubt that the independence of the electoral management body is the key plank upon which a thriving democracy rests. In Nigeria, the agency with the constitutional responsibility for this role is the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. There is the need for those involved in the ongoing electoral reform to review their efforts and ask themselves some tough questions. Which are the questions? That way, they will be able to determine whether they are advancing the cause of democracy by working to enhance and protect the constitutionality guaranteed duties of INEC, or seeking to incuba the body with necessary posturing capable of negatively affecting the exercise of its independence in the court. He said much things, but we have no time to go to that. Sir, what's your view? Just oppose against what Goodluck Jonathan has just said now, that if you want to kill democracy in Nigeria, keep Nigeria permanently in the box of analog. But if you want democracy to advance and become property of the people, then move from analog into digitalization. What's your view, sir?
Guru, if you recall, there was an occasion in the past in this studio.
Yes, sir.
Where I discussed the issue of electoral reforms.
Yes.
And the sincerity of our legislators at the national level, and indeed the presidency.
Yes, I remember, sir.
To guarantee, free and fair elections in Nigeria.
Right.
And I did say, and I will say that again, that, you see, the issue of electronic voting was a topical issue in 2015.
Yes.
But we were said not to, the Constitution, the electoral law explicitly did not allow electoral voting.
Yes.
Voting.
Yes.
Now, but the issue of card reader was then accommodated.
Yes.
And the logic was that the card reader is not a voting machine. It is only a mechanism for accrediting voters. And so it is not electronic voting. And so it was not prohibited. And then in the course of implementing the card readers, the issue of failure or network failure in certain instances reared up his head. You remember how good luck went to his polling booth 3 times before he could vote?
Yes,
because
for recognition of his
the card didn't recognize his fingerprint. Now, and so in places where that occurred, they resorted to manual accreditation. Of course, manual accreditation then gave room for manipulation. Places where rigging have been programmed to occur were then declared as areas where the card reader would not function appropriately, and so there was resort to manual accreditation and of course the rigging associated with it.
Yes.
Now, it was then expected that the electoral reforms of 2010, 2013, would progressively take us to a point where we could even do electronic voting.
That's good.
But 8 years down the line, the issue of electronic voting has not reared up its head. Why? Because an electronic voting system will considerably reduce,
fraud.
Electoral fraud. Now, but then, why are we having issues with transmission of results? Now, again, on transmission of results, it used to be, even as at 2007, when the general elections were held in 2007, it used to be that, electoral officers were not statutorily mandated to declare the result at the polling unit.
Booth. Okay, polling unit.
Okay, they take result to the collation center, where the results are collated before the results are declared. Now, but by 2010 electoral reforms, it was now made possible that the polling officer should declare the results
there and
then at the end of the polling, so that all the party agents can scribble down and take the results.
Yes.
Okay? So that when they get to the collation center, at the time they are collating, if there is any discrepancy between the results that was declared at the polling unit and what was reported as the result of a particular poll at the collation center, now it will then be an issue of disputation.
Yes.
So you see cases of party agents at the collation center protesting and say, look, this was not the result that I signed at the polling unit. Now, it therefore makes common sense that if the results can be declared and then agents can take it down manually, okay, for verification or reconciliation at the collation center, why should anybody have any issue with the electronic transmission of the same result that was declared there to the collation center? It beats me. So anybody who is against electronic transmission of results that have been declared at the center does not mean well for the electoral system.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I think we hold it there because of time. I think one thing that this government will fail to achieve is to eliminate us from the world of digitalization. No? Because Nigeria's Jega was speaking continuously. And even Professor Mahmoud Yakubu has said that they are going ahead with deploying of the ZPAD in Anambra election, which is coming on the 6th. And that they would go ahead deploy whatever technological instruments at their disposal for 2023 general election. That they are going to declare that. And Anambra, the ZPAD was first of all tested in a federal constituency in Nazarawa. It now moved to Edo State and did a very transparent job. It now moved to Ondo State and brought heaven down to earth. The kingdom of God came down to earth. And moved to one federal constituency in the deepest remote area of Niger State, where even banditries are the kings and lords. Where terrorists, I will no more be calling them bandits from henceforth. Terrorists are becoming lords. And he did a very good job. Whereas Senator Ali Dume stood up to say he is Bonu, that there was no network coverage, which was a bloody lie. In his village, there are 3 primary schools. And I knew when the students of those primary schools from Dume village sat for examination to cross over to the Unity colleges, it was electronically moved. But Dume, I don't mind Dume so much, because Dume is one of those long-standing senators that want the status quo ante to be a continuous process in Nigeria. And of course, I will not forget so easily that there was a time he was taken to court for giving information to Boko Haram people. That case is pending in the court of law. So thank you very, very much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Adeboyega, thank you very, very much. Now, I have in the studio, can you please switch the camera to pick the face of Mrs. Chinyere Elisha? She's another of my addicted listener. And she's just arriving in spite of the fact that she knew that we will be going on air by 9:30. She called me to tell me that, I don't know how to cover some secrets. That is okay. I'm now becoming Fela Alikulapo to basket mouth. She called me to say that the road was congested. Then I told her, that's your yawa, yawa guard for road, which will call concern me. And I made a proverb here that my father told me when at the age of 6 that any place you are going, be prompt. Don't give excuse that the road was bad, because my father said, because meaning helicopter, meaning I have no helicopter that I will give to you to overfly and to overcome all those things. But all the same, madam, you are welcome. How are you? Is our baby then? Because 3 years ago she came to celebrate, of course, and another baby had come. And you did not bring that baby to the studio today? Oh, with the father? Oh, that's good. You are welcome. You are here for the launch of Friends of the Guru. Okay, we shall soon be moving to that end. You missed the university, Lagos State University Vice Chancellor. Well, okay. Then this is Professor Joseph Abugu, a professor of commercial law, University of Lagos, not Lagos State, University of Lagos, and the senior advocate of Nigeria. Adeboyega sitting at the other end.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you, sir. Adeboyega is the one sitting at the other end.
Yes.
Oh, God bless you.
God bless you, madam.
Sir, that's just to tell you that she's an adept listener.
Yes. Even on the road, she was
following us.
He is the one that suggested Friends of. That's good. So the third person, 3 of you are representing the 3 tripod, the Yoruba, the Hausas, and the Igbos. And if the truth must be told, these are the 3 big brothers in Nigeria that are destroying Nigeria. So, but thank God in his wisdom, he created the minorities that are really gumming this country together. Otherwise, the basket, food basket of the nation is not from the big. The only golden gold that we have, the black what do you call it?
Black gold.
Black gold. It's not from any of the big brothers. It's from Adu village, because it's my junior brother. So we are from the same. So you are welcome. So we shall move out to do that, but not without two of you saying a word. Dan Ladi was here by 6:30 because he has appointment to see somebody in Ibadan. So he came here and he did something, and I can happily say that even he has launched Friends of the Guru. But the amount I will not tell you, either dollar or he brought some crude oil, because I even expected him to bring gold from Zamfara. You know, Zamfara gold.
And Guru,
is not,
you're incursioning into territory of the CBN by that.
Yes.
Yes.
But it's the CBN that bought
that's what I'm
the
saying.
gold from
You're incursioning into the
Governor of
city.
the Zamfara state.
Matawale.
That's what you're making an incursion in there.
Whereas the crude oil from the Niger Delta, Prof, as CBN come to buy from you.
No.
So now that they turned that outside the law, why would the outlaws not be ruling? So that is not the subject for discussion today.
Yes.
So what we do now is that in the next 5 minutes, can you open the line and read?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
So, numbers to call 0809-234-5913. You can also call us on 0809-222-0913.
Sorry, can you turn the camera back to Auntie Chinyere? Because I introduced her, she did not say a word to the people. Oh, you have to, the microphone. Can you just move forward a little to use this microphone? You are welcome, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Chinyere Elisha.
You are a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Why are you not? Is it because you are sitting in a professor of law? Hope you did not set your exams when you wrote here.
No, sir.
So, okay, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so Adu, please go ahead.
Okay, so let me start off with the WhatsApp line.
Yes.
And this is Maxwell Ozon says, Adu and the Guru once again. Adu, here we go. On the issues of insecurity in Nigeria and Anambra in particular, all I have to say is may we never be quick to accept what we later regret. In the same vein, may we never reject what we later accept. And to further buttress my point, IPOB, may we not be quick into conclusion that they are the ones responsible for the attacks in the eastern region or not. We should wait for the appropriate authorities to investigate and come out with the concrete evidence to support or disprove any stand. That is from Maxwell Ozum. WhatsApp once more. Wishing you a happy birthday. Well, I'm just joking. It's not a happy birthday for the Guru, but it's happy anniversary.
Even if it is our happy birthday, he has forgotten that we are twins.
He says, Adu, FG can't join suit with herds. Herders. It's illogical. That of VAT, I can understand. Is the business of herding a national priority? Pay rent for land used for business. Why is this so difficult to fathom? Is there another agenda? Now I don't expect Pastor Adeboye to criticize government on borrowing. Where was he when VP was busy sharing questionable trader money prior to the elections? The government is taking us towards the precipice, and now he's bothers. I'm really disappointed in majority of our religious and also traditional leaders.
On the VAT, I think it's good news over last week when the Court of Appeal accepted that Lagos State can join the suit of River State. If that is accepted, I think Ogun State will follow. And if that is accepted, I think there are about 2 other states.
But 5 states in the north have joined the federal government in, I think, Adamawa and a few others.
Yes. No big deal. Go ahead, please.
Okay, one more from WhatsApp before we go back to the phone lines. This is from Leo from Lagos. Says, good morning, Adu and Guru. IPOB threatening 1 month sit at home is welcome. And anyone saying that what is happening in the southeast is how Boko Haram started in the north is making a huge mistake. And they're blaming Buhari for bad things happening in the southeast. And they're asking Buhari to release innocent Kanu. Now, well, okay. Leo's making his thoughts there. Phone lines are buzzing. Turn off your radio, please.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mr. Chima calling from Ikeja.
Mr. Chima.
Yeah.
Good to have you join us.
I want to make comment concerning the electronic transmission. Good morning, Mr. Guru. Sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I was carried. It's about this our election matter. Let me go broken where everybody could understand which I talk. All of us in Nigeria will be. Our leaders carry us the play. We talk about electronic transmission. Most of them I could remember, like two people actually said at the studio there. The professor of law made us to understand that Nigerians allow party representatives to be able, party representatives that INEC should announce results in every collection center. Transmission, so that even if the election we didn't get, we did electronic. And against it, while he got contract with AY in his house, there is on the issue on the side of IPOB. I'm not a fan of IPOB, I don't support IPOB. But in Nigeria, we have formed the habit of allowing bad things to be happening. What's other about IPOB? The issue of IPOB, I believe in a nation where people are entitled to decide whether they want to be here or not. Expression, freedom of some things is allowed in this nation.
Okay.
I could remember some years back in
we'll need to take other calls now, sir.
Where some people gathered as members of IPOB that they want to pray.
Thank you.
Nigerian government saying policemen are...
Sorry, your time has elapsed.
We have to take other calls. Please let us be cautious of the time.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, sir, and to the guest in the studio.
Yes.
In as much as me, I believe sentiment will not cut this for us. There is a statutory constitutional message in the constitution that created the Electoral Act. And I remember the man in charge of... Hello?
We hear you, please.
Okay. When Adu interviewed Channel TV last week, interviewed the man in charge of public affairs or whatever of INEC, he said the only club remaining is for us to tell the National Assembly members to amend that particular section. And I am happy there is a law person in the studio there that will tell us, because sentiment will not cut it. If they don't remove that clause that said election manually, if they don't remove that, if you like, you shout from now till tomorrow, it will still become a problem of litigation in the courts of law. It is as simple as that.
Okay, thank you.
Let them remove that.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
what we should be fighting them for.
Thank you, sir. We may have to hold it for now. I think the issue is that this section 52A and B.
Yeah, good. May I just comment on what the last...
you have just 1 minute, sir. Go ahead.
Yes.
1 minute.
You see, it is, in my view, very, very unfortunate that the National Assembly, that with its team of researchers and legal advisors, that ought to have known that subjecting the deployment of electronic transmission of resource being subject to the NCC, that it is actually an incursion into the constitutionally guaranteed independence of INEC.
That's good.
Now, but the good thing, hopefully, that the opportunity will still have is that The president has not assented to that bill yet. I don't think even the two houses have reconciled that electoral amendment.
Because the stand of the House of Representatives is slightly different.
Now, so it is good we are galvanizing all these thoughts so that when the two houses reconcile that bill,
there's a conciliation committee.
Yes, they should know.
Which will start meeting us from tomorrow.
They should know that subjecting the decision on deployment to that of the NCC is unconstitutional. It is an incursion into the guaranteed independence of INEC.
Thank you very much, sir.
And if they are unable to resolve it, we then still hope that the president and his team
would refuse
to assent or request that that clause be amended before the president appends his assent to the electoral amendment.
Okay, let me ask one layman's question.
Yes.
You know, I'm not one of your learned colleagues. The layman question is this: at what point can, or before or after it must have been signed by the president, can the independent electoral commission go to Supreme Court for interpretation of what has happened?
If the president goes ahead to sign it, INEC has the legal authority, as a commission that is established under the Constitution to seek to interpret
at the Supreme
and
Court,
declare that clause is unconstitutional and interference with its powers guaranteed under the Constitution.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
And I have the privilege to let it out of the bag that the INEC has said we are not going under NCC.
Why should they?
Huh?
Why should they?
Why should they?
They shouldn't.
Why should they?
They are independent.
So, make we move the matter to Matthias Zono Jale. These lawmakers, dealers calling themselves leaders. They have forgotten that God will judge them all at any given time. But that is not the issue now. I'm not on the pulpit. Right. Adu, let us now call in the promoters and those who brought the idea, friends of the guru, to the microphone. Sir, you may have to switch your microphone to... Please help to lower it to the... Madam,
yes,
why I went out a few minutes ago, I went to see your husband and our baby. Kudos.
Okay.
Congratulations. No, we are not talking of the friends of the guru first. The mathematical arrangement you have been able to do from the last time we saw her now. The manifestation is there. Right. Adeboyega.
Sir.
You were the one that suggested Friends of the Guru. You have only just 2 minutes to explain to listeners what you meant by it and the format of its success and why the need for Friends of the Guru. Go ahead, sir.
The friends of Guru are those that are ready to listen, that are ready to learn, and that are ready to accommodate other people's opinions and suggestions. And that is what you stand for, Daddy. Okay. From the first day I heard your voice on Lagos Talks.
Thank you.
Which happened to be our radio station. Because we started it together, Adu. We started this station together.
Absolutely. I remember.
So immediately I heard Guru's voice. I said, where did the owner of this station got my Daddy Guru from? Because I have not seen you on any live TV station before now.
But I've been operating.
Wow.
I've been with my platforms all over the time.
One thing about me, Daddy, is that I prefer to listen to radio more than watching TV.
Okay, go ahead.
So immediately
zero it to this Friends of the Guru.
Yes, immediately I
only just 2 minutes.
Yes, immediately I heard your principles and your ideology concerning the whole issue about Nigerian politics and life in general. I key into this ministry. Let me use that word, ministry.
Go ahead.
And the only way we can retain it, sustain it, and maintain it is to fund it.
Okay.
We shouldn't allow this legacy to just to die or to went off like that.
Okay, sir.
And we don't want any station to take you away from this station.
I'm not even following. They've been approaching, they've been begging, but I'm not following.
Please don't go. Because you have done so much for me. There is no day I will not have something to jot down or to write down. Especially the historical perspective.
Perspective.
When you will go back in time and tell us event that has occurred before.
My son, 2 minutes is gone. You're
So
on the 3rd minute.
that is the reason why this idea came up. And that is why we are here appealing to our good listeners within and outside Nigerians.
All over the globe.
All over the globe. Because one thing I appreciate about Nigeria is that they love good things. And they love good projects like this. I can assure you that they will be willing to contribute to this. And the only way we can retain this legacy of yours, of yours, is to contribute our little quota. Because the ministry must move to the permanent site. And it is through our funding. And the funding is 1,000 naira every month.
Okay.
And if you have more than that, we will accept.
Okay.
At least 1,000 naira every month.
Okay. So
that we can encourage the guru, and we can even tax him to extend the hours of this wonderful program. So
that means you want to kill the willy horse.
No.
You know what it cost me mentally to be as active as you expected me to be.
You have told us that.
No,
you told us that.
I was accusing Professor Abugu last night that at this dinner you went, why wouldn't you invite me to follow you to this dinner? I love food now. Then he said, you workaholic, would you want to leave your work to go attend? Which is true. I don't have social life. So deliberately I chose it to be so.
So that
because time is against me. I'm running against time. We have time for everything in this world. That is why the Bible says that God should teach us to know how to number our days so that we can apply our heart to wisdom.
We are praying for you that God will grant you good health.
Oh, of course.
Long life. And more prosperity.
So more hours on radio than 1.5 hours. Sorry, remove that for your prayer because it's one prayer that God will answer. No problem. All right, thank you very much. Now, Mrs. Chinyere Elisha, once again, I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
She's one of my teachers. Whenever I have any issue difficult, so I will call her and say, oh yeah, what's the meaning of it? The day you translated the book to me, you made a mistake.
Yes,
and you made me to commit that mistake.
I'm sorry, sir.
But I didn't tell the public that you were responsible.
You have told them now.
All right. You were here from the first day of celebration.
Yes, sir.
You were here. I don't know. She assessed my voice on October 1st because this journey started here on October 1st, 2018. That's how it started. She followed. She's been following since then, and she has been she's addicted to it. It's very comfortable with.
Yes,
we thank God for that. So, what's in your mind about Friends of the Guru be formed?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Go ahead.
Privilege.
But you have only 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. You know, the Bible said that He will satisfy us with length of days.
Yes.
So I pray that He satisfies you with length of days.
Amen.
But what I'm saying is, you should die empty. What I mean by that is,
I will empty my brain.
Yes. We need all those information
we need
to
it.
be
We need it.
kept behind for posterity.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think this is going to be the biggest social media library in the globe. Yes, because the information that we are getting from here,
Coming out,
it's not meant for just Nigerians. Yes. So with these Friends of the Guru and contributions from left, right, center, we are not limited to this 1,000 naira monthly payment to keep the program running. So we just encourage others to, we have an account and all those stuff to allow people make donations as they will. Nobody is forced to do anything. So at the end of the day, informations needed are brought forward and made accessible to everybody.
Thank you very much. I'm most grateful. Prof, I'm not bringing you to this.
Please, give me a minute.
Why I want to hide you, let me tell you before you go on. Why I want to hide you is that you are one of those who could put 1 million naira every month into the account. Must you talk publicly?
Yeah, I need to talk.
Okay. I do.
You know,
go ahead, sir.
Listeners.
Just 2 minutes, sir.
Yes, I got to know about this concept of the Friends of Guru just last night.
Yes.
I need to state that it is a very laudable idea, you know, by those who has brought it to fruition. You know, Adu and Guru remains a metropolitan voice that is speaking on behalf of the masses to power.
Yes.
They bring in both historical perspectives and current analysis.
Their knowledge drop us,
you know, to national issues. And we must recognize that a voice that speaks to power, those who are not sincere and truthful don't like them.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And so, other than the cost of studio airtime and what it means to have Adu and the Guru researching and coming, you know, on stream, you know, periodically, they need our prayers, they need our protection, and they need financial support.
Thank you, sir.
And so long as we have ardent followers of this radio station and this program, we should put our hands where our mouth is, or where our ears is,
Yes.
so that as we listen and cherish the good work they are doing, we know that it has a cost implication.
Thank you.
And we should voluntarily support you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Well said.
Thank you. Adebuga, thank you very much. Auntie Shirin, thank you. Prof, thank you. My respect. Okay, thank you. Now, you mentioned something that, you know, when you are serving in the public, either in the military, in the police, in any of the security agencies, or you are even a civil servant, either federal ministry, a time comes that the government arrange for you to be sent to, what's the name of this school? Kurujos, LIPS. National Institution of Strategy.
Policy and strategy.
What's the purpose? The purpose is that this man has been serving since will be paying his salary. Very soon he may be going on retirement. And even before retirement, death could come. Let us go and empty all his brain
Yes. Yes.
into computerization. Yes. That's the purpose.
That's the purpose. You're correct, sir.
You write a project every week. It is to remove everything that you have learned that will be of benefit.
To other generations.
I can assure you, see, because you mentioned this, I am not going to the grave with all the knowledge that God gives to me. I have books. And as I'm talking to you, I am writing more. I started interrogation, which I called Nigeria in 1914, a tragedy of amalgamation. I am building up the story so that the unborn generation will know why we are where we are now, including the manipulated agreement that was reached. We had two jihadists that came to Nigeria. The British adventurers, they are jihadists. The Ottoman Fodo is a jihadist. And they met somewhere along the line and they signed an agreement that you are here for the purpose where I am here. Why must we fight ourselves? Let us agree on this. These are the misunderstandings that Nigeria will fail to understand into eternity. So I'm putting them. And a man, a retired Major General of the Nigerian Army, let me not mention his name here, called me one early morning at about 4 a.m. He said, put all this thing you are doing, I am putting up a committee of Nigerians. He said, 4 of them are from the north. He said, we are all retired generals. He said, we want to call it a compendium. And we name it Volume 1, Volume 2, until you finish everything. from your brain.
Wow.
So, and I'm doing that faithfully.
Congratulations, Daddy.
And by the grace of God, some of my books are very well within the domain. The history, everything I know about Nigeria, I will do it. Then the costs are, Prof, you mentioned it. The other day, I went out of my way to meet with the Miete Allah Shaman of Nigeria. The meeting was scheduled and I traveled to Zaria. Then another was scheduled and I traveled out of Lagos, out of Nigeria. I took the risk to go and meet. Here I am. God will always give me the grace. Will always be praying for me. And the third one was to hold in Mali. That is the national shaman of this Sahel region that control all of them. Until a governor from the north aborted it when he called me at 2 a.m. Start the journey from social place. Then I said, okay, then you have some cynic proposal for me, then I will not go. All those journeys cost money.
Yes.
So now the idea has been accepted that a Friends of the Guru will be formed. And with minimum, if you have more than that, do. Yes. But 1,000 naira only monthly. And the account will be nominated. The account is already on record, but the manager of the account said that I should not put it in the public domain, but I should put it in the platforms set up for this group.
Yes.
The platform are Telegram, then limited WhatsApp. WhatsApp stores are 256 membership, but Telegram goes to 200,000 memberships. So this is what exactly it is on ground now. Adu?
Yes, Guru.
You represent the minority.
Yes, Guru.
I reported what Daladi said. Adiboyega has spoken, represented that angle. Digbo has spoken in the authority. Now, sir, what do you have to say? We've overshot the time because we are moving to take pictures and everything that in outside there. So what do you have to say?
The torch bearers are always making sure that the torch never goes out. And that's what Friends of the Guru are here for.
Yes.
To make sure the torch never goes out. That's all.
Thank you very, very much. So on this note, the ceremony is just starting. Chinyere, I want to thank you very much. Professor, I want to thank you very much. My son.
Don't thank your son. I'm your son, Daddy.
Yeah, my son.
You don't need to thank me.
No, my son. After all, God said the other day, Adam, where are you? Before I ask the question, you are here.
Anything for my daddy, I will do.
Thank you very, very much. Adu?
Yes, Guru.
You read what I spoke about you last night on
Oh,
my
yes,
broadcast?
and I responded to you.
Yes, I read your response. So thank you very, very much. So we shall be closing this chapter because of time. Then we move aside to take photograph for where the banner is, Friends of the Guru. Then from there, if there's anything to show, we show. If there's nothing to show, goodwill. We shall share the spiritual food.
Yes.
Because I've just been told, I went out a few minutes ago, the person that thought to bring that thought to supply the cake is not yet here.
Wow.
But there's a little gift that all of you will go away with. That one will be deposited for me since Friday. But the cake,
you,
which is very, very bad. But at any time it comes, I will assure myself.
I'm optimistic before the photograph.
We'll finish.
Please put it in prayers.
Amen.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
So, on this note, the Guru is to sign off now. Twitter is supposed to be back because my information, which I announced on there, was that 1st of October, the federal government ought to release it. But 1st of October came, the federal government now said, to some extent, Serap has gone now to say you must release it. And Twitter is saying, we are waiting. This is not what we agree upon. You know, we have a federal government that will tell you yes when it means no. But on this, Twitter, you don't have, because Nigeria youth have been shortchanged with this. Every person cannot be like Mohammed. So you can follow me on Twitter. I will quote it when it comes. But now follow Godwin Itakiwebo on Facebook. Follow a page I created for this purpose, which is called Vetra Column. Then you can visit Godwin Itakiwebo at telegram.com. Godwin Itakiwebo. At Godwin Itakiwebo. At Godwin No, what is it? Is it at the Guru or what? Then, of course, my website is there. Every information you need, like all these deep informations, they are there on my website. There is no day I will not upload something, which is very. For example, I'm going to upload one business they did recently by the federal government that scraped Nigeria health, but they don't bother about it. And I will keep saying this. So the website is www.godwintheguru.com, www.godwintheguru.com, and of course my YouTube channel is Godwin the Guru. So go there and watch all these things. I do thank you very, very much. Adeboyega, thank you very, very much. Professor Abugu, thank you very, very much. Barrister Elisha, thank you very, very much. Prince Louis, you with your camera, you are just too fantastic. You are demonstrating the things. You've shown that you have technologically mastered the technology movement. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Until next week when you shall come our way, the Guru is signing off, but not without telling you, keep yourself out of trouble, please.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.